of Time with Midwife Sally. Today we are going to learn about what every woman should know about her body. This show is sponsored by Mimlin Mother Care. They have everything that you need during pregnancy, after you have given birth, postpartum period, everything that you need. Just contact them and you get access to it. Today we are going to talk about what every woman should know about her body. Yes, as a woman, it is very important that you note your menarche. In the other video, we talked about menarche, your first menses. It is very important. Throughout your life, when you go to the hospital, those are the things a doctor would always ask. So doctors are able to know where they should start their treatment from, just asking you about your menarche. When was the first time you had your menstrual cycle? Yes, so if you tell them, oh, it's at 17, they know what they are thinking. If it's too early, it gives them an information. So please don't forget the first time you had your menstrual cycle. Note it and put it somewhere. Yes, you should also know your cycle, your menstrual cycle. This is like a big issue. A lot of us watching, when was your last menstrual cycle? Please write it, your last menses. When was the date? A lot of us don't know. We need to know our menstrual cycle. And for you to know your menstrual cycle, you need to take note of the dates that your bleeding starts. Okay, so the date that your bleeding starts. A lot of people, when I ask them, when was your last menstrual period, what they mention is the last date it ended. That is not right. You need to know the first day of your last menstrual period. So when I'm asking you when was your last menses, you don't mention the day your last menses ended. You mention the first day your last menses started. So if I saw blood today, today's date is 22nd or 23rd. Okay. So if, let's say today is 22nd. So if I saw blood today, 22nd, and it ended on the 27th, I go to the hospital, the doctor asks me, when was your last menses? A lot of people will say 27. It is wrong. Your last menses started on 22nd. So 22nd is what you are supposed to tell your doctor. So note, at every time, you need to keep a calendar, write it down. You can take a calendar and do that for 6 months. If you do that for 6 months, it would help you to know the pattern of your menstrual cycle. The pattern, so at a point you get to know that, oh, my menses comes every 28 days, or it comes every 31 days, and it comes every 27 days. This is very important because it can help you to know when you would be pregnant, when you would not be pregnant, and all those kind of things. So if you want to know your fertile time, it will depend on whether you are able to keep your menstrual cycle. If you want to know your free period, it depends on your menstrual cycle. So if you even go to a doctor, normally as women, every doctor wants to be safe, and so one of the things they always ask us is, when was your last menses, or how is your menstrual cycle? Because you may report with malaria, but maybe you are pregnant. He's going to give you a medication for malaria, and maybe it's pregnancy, so he may end up causing a problem. But if you know your menstrual cycle and then you tell your doctor, this is my menses, he predicts that, oh, it could also be pregnancy, let's do a pregnancy test. Even some doctors will take the time of doing a pregnancy test for every woman, whether you are pregnant or not, which we are not comfortable with. Doctor, I'm not pregnant. Doctor is insisting do a pregnancy test just to make sure that he doesn't cause any problem. So if you need to know your menarche, you need to understand your menstrual cycle. How many days did you bleed? Was the bleeding heavy? Was it light? Was it did it come today, tomorrow it wouldn't come? Even the color, does it have a bad smell? You need to know everything about your menstruation. And some of these things you really need to sit with a midwife or a doctor to teach you how to calculate your fertile time, your safe period, and it all helps you to become empowered. You have so much control over your body. Yeah, so these videos are short. I can't explain all that in this video, but hoping that we'll do them in the next series, or you can also book an appointment with me or with a midwife or a doctor, so that they will teach you how to monitor your menstrual cycle, and then you know all this. Because once you're able to do it and get it right, you get so much control over your body. You can decide not to even use any contraception, but even using natural family planning, because you know how your body works. And also, as a lady, you need to note when your menstruation ceases. That is when you're getting into menopause. Note when it ceases, because there's something we call abnormal bleeding after menopause. Some women will have experienced menopause, but all of a sudden they are bleeding. It could be that there's another condition coming in there. Yes, so, and for any lady, if you are menstruating, you bled today, 2 days time, your menses is over, and you're still having abnormal bleeding at any point in time, it is not normal. Report, talk to your doctor, talk to your midwife about it. I hope it has been educative, and you start keeping records of your menses. Yes, keep records of your menses monthly. When you get it up to 6 months, see a doctor, see a midwife. They will help you to calculate your menstrual cycle. So you will now know whether it's every 28 days, every 30 days. And through that, they will help you to be able to know when you are fertile, when you are not fertile, when you can get pregnant, and all that. Thank you so much. This show is brought to you by Bimlin Mother Care. You can also join our pregnancy class and also get a copy of Sally's Tips for Expectant Moms. If you are watching the show and you want to be a part of this program by sponsoring it, you can call 0242 281957. Yes, and then we will talk it out.